Hi guys, it's Mr. David here, and today we are going to have another English lesson. Now, I want you to look at this picture and to just think of a word, think about what comes to your mind straight away. So here we have pictures of different animals, and these animals can be found all over the world, but they can also be found in one specific place. And that place is the zoo. We are going to discuss zoo animals today. Last week we talked about farm animals. If you didn't watch that video, click that link over there. And today we are going to talk about zoo animals. But first of all, let's describe a zoo. So what is a zoo? A zoo is a place where people can go to see many different animals. So as I said before, we can find these animals anywhere in the world. There are so many places, but we would have to travel a lot. So instead of having to travel the world, we can go to the zoo and we can see all these animals. So let's start with our first animal. Now this animal is my favorite animal, and this animal is the tiger. So as usual, we have two sentences about the tigers. The first sentence is that tigers live in the jungle, so they need a lot of trees because they like hiding. And that's our second sentence. A tiger likes hiding and hunting. And yes, that's me in the picture with a real tiger. And I took that picture in Thailand. Now, our second animal is the monkey. Now, did you know that there are more than 260 types of monkeys? So 260 different types of monkeys. That's amazing. And what do monkeys like to do? Monkeys like to hang from trees. So that's their favorite activity. Our next animal is the bird. Now, there are many different types of birds. Many. Let me give you some examples. Parrots, seagulls, and eagles are all birds. So in that picture you can see a parrot. And birds can fly very high in the sky. Because that's what they do. That's why they're birds. They like to fly. Our next animal is the lizard. Now, it's important to remember that lizards have tails and they have legs. That's why they are different from snakes. And a lizard can have many beautiful colors, many different beautiful colors. So, for example, in that first picture, you can see a lizard that is blue and orange. And in the second picture, a lizard that is green and orange as well. Our next animal is an animal that a lot of people love, which is the hippo. Now, did you know that hippos can swim underwater for 5 minutes? Have you tried to be underwater for 5 minutes? It's just impossible. I can be underwater for about a minute. And our second sentence, baby hippos are extremely cute. Look at that small baby hippo. It's so cute. Our next animal today is the giraffe. A lot of people also love giraffes because they are very tall. And that's the sentence. Giraffes are very tall. Did you know that the giraffe is the tallest animal that exists today? Now, our second sentence, a giraffe can run very fast. Our next animal is the crocodile. Crocodiles can swim underwater, but They can also walk on land. That's very impressive. They can swim underwater, but they can also walk on land. Our next animal is the elephant. Now, elephants are the biggest land animal. This is really important to remember. So they are not the biggest animal, because the biggest animal is the whale. Do you know what a whale is? Try to do some research. Find out what a whale is. So elephants are the biggest land animal. So the biggest animal that walks on Earth. In our second sentence, wild elephants live in Africa and Asia. So the ones that are not in a zoo. Our next animal is the spider. Now, did you know that there are more than 35,000 different types of spiders? That's just so impressive. So there are really small spiders and there are really big spiders like this. And spiders have 8 legs. So this is important to remember. There are 35,000 different species of spiders, but all of them have 8 legs. Our next animal is also one of my favorites. It's the snake. And there are more than 3,000 different types of snakes. So not as much as spiders, but more than monkeys. And snakes also have very beautiful colors. So in that first picture, you can see a snake that has different types of green, light green and darker green. And then the second picture, we have a beautiful snake with orange and green colors. And our last animal today is the zebra. Now, zebras are very famous because they are black and white. You can't find a zebra with a different color. So zebras look a lot like horses. And a zebra, just like the giraffe, can also run very fast. Now, our task today, now that we learned the new words, is to revise them. So we are going to look at the 2 pictures and we are going to try to guess the animal that we have learned. So when you see the pictures of the animals, just shout their name. Let's start with the first 2 pictures. So what is this animal? It's the tiger. Very good. Now I have a follow-up question for you. What color are tigers? Tigers are orange, white, and black. Very good. Let's go to the next 2 pictures. Try to guess the animal. What is this animal? It's the monkey. And now the follow-up question. What can monkeys do? So monkeys can climb trees and hang from them. And they like doing that because that's where the fruits are. So they like to go to the trees, hang from the trees, and eat lots of fruits. Because monkeys love fruits. What is this animal? It's the bird. Very good. Now the follow-up question, what can birds do? So birds can fly. Very simple. You can add something else. You can say birds can fly in the sky. Let's look at the next 2 pictures. What is this animal? It's the lizard. Very good. And now the follow-up question. This is a trick question. It should be easy, but it's to remind you that lizards are different than snakes. How many legs do lizards have? And the answer would be Lizards have 4 legs. Very good. And that's why they are different from snakes. How many legs do snakes have? Snakes have no legs. Let's look at the next 2 pictures. What is this animal? So this is a hippo. Good. Now the follow-up question to see if you remember what I told you. How many minutes can hippos swim underwater? So hippos can swim underwater for 5 minutes. Do you remember that? Very good. Now the next 2 pictures. What is this animal? So this is the giraffe. And now the follow-up question. Are giraffes tall or short? So giraffes are tall. They are so tall that they are the tallest animal on earth. Let's look at the next 2 pictures. What is this animal? So this is a crocodile. Now the follow-up question. What can crocodiles do? So crocodiles can swim underwater and they can walk on land. Very good. Now the next 2 pictures. What is this animal? This is an elephant. And now the follow-up question. Is the elephant the biggest animal? We know that the elephant is the biggest animal on land, but it is not the biggest animal. The biggest animal is the whale. Now the next 2 pictures. What is this animal? This animal is the spider. And now the follow-up question. How many legs do spiders have? And the answer is spiders have 8 legs. Very good. Let's look at the next 2 pictures. What is this animal? This is a snake. And now the follow-up question. What color is the snake on the right picture? So let's look at the right picture. There are 2 snakes. The one on the right, which is that one over there, is orange and green. Very good. And now let's look at the next 2 pictures. So what is this animal? This is a zebra. And now a very easy question. What colors are zebras? So zebras are black and white. Simple. They are always black and white. Now let's quickly look at the picture that we can see right here behind me. Let's just look at the picture and see what animals can we find there. So I can see 2 bears. I can see 3 elephants. And look at what they're doing. The elephants are playing football. I can also see 2 big giraffes. 2 very tall giraffes. What else can we see? I can see a lot of people. And then I can see 3 lions right here. See? They're playing right above me. So, in this presentation, we learned a lot of different animals that we can find in the zoo. We learned about the tiger, the zebra, the monkey, the bird, the snake, the giraffe, the hippo, the crocodile, the lizard, the elephant, and the spider. And in our next lesson, we are going to continue to learn about these animals. So you did a wonderful work today, and I hope to see you in our next lesson. Oh, who's that? Oh, that's my other brother. He's a zookeeper because he works in a zoo. And in our next lesson, we are going to learn more about him and about his zoo. I'll see you there. Bye!